Disney's new movie Wish has exposed a glaring problem in the Disney formula for making great movies. That's why the entire internet is online right now calling for the death or the end of the quirky / adorable Disney heroine or Disney main character in general, because they have also carried this over to even their male characters with the presence of Tom Holland face everywhere. But we're going to stick to mainly the quirky heroine problem. Now, what is this problem? The issue that most essentially during the 2010s post Tangled is that they all seem to be copies of Rapunzel, this adorable, fun but quirky, but also not completely socially adjusted female character. And the problem that people have with this, right, the average moviegoer and of course Disney fan, is that it seems to have just become the standard for all female characters. They have to be a bit dorky, they have to be slightly socially awkward, they all have to say and do things that are usually used for comedic purposes but are really just showing how out of touch with reality that they are. They all have this sort of fish out of water kind of presence. Now, the interesting thing about this is that it's apparently started with Tangled, where Rapunzel is essentially this type of character. She's quirky, she's slightly socially awkward, but it all made sense. And so far, up until Wish, the discomfort with this particular character type has been saved with the fact that they have either not leaned into it as hard as they would and have actually made it make sense for the story that they're telling, or they have dampened it down for specific characters. So you have characters that came after Rapunzel, like Anna, for instance, who I think is interesting because to me, she has always just been the plot device of the Frozen movie. I can't remember exactly because I barely paid attention to Frozen 2. I watched it, sure, barely paid attention. But Frozen 1, I remember that she is very much plot device. She is the reason that Elsa gets locked up. She's the reason that Elsa escapes and turns into Snow Queen. She's the reason that Hans is there. She's really a plot device, and then also there for the quirky comedic girl purposes. And I find that particular movie interesting because it's clear to me anyway that Anna seems to have also been treated with the amount of respect that Disney treated her in creating that character. Essentially, everybody seems to prefer Elsa as a character, who is very much not the completely dorky, quirky character. And it's also very interesting to me because while it does make a bit of sense for Frozen that Anna is a sort of socially awkward character because she's essentially a princess locked in a castle, just like Rapunzel, the person who actually would be more like that is a lot more chill, level-headed, and that just makes her character stand out, which is Elsa, because she is literally locked in. But for some reason, she ends up more socially awkward than Elsa, which doesn't make sense. And if you look at past Disney heroines, even the ones who were princesses locked in castles like Jasmine, you can see that they clearly put a lot of thought into creating a character because she doesn't just end up this dorky, quirky character. But in comparison to the Disney princesses that come before, we'll get to that. Going to other characters in movies that came after Rapunzel, we have characters like Moana, who is definitely a quirky, sometimes socially awkward, and the sometimes is very important with that character. And it's the same thing with Raya in Raya and the Last Dragon, is that they have this thing where they try the same Rapunzel formula, but they also respect the character enough to actually give them their own thing. And the problem with Asha in Wish is essentially that Wish is a product. Wish lacks the creative soul. It's definitely going to be a fine family movie for all those who either watch it in the cinemas or watch it elsewhere. Of course, it has a bit of thematic problems, I'll link that above, but it was a fine movie to watch in the theaters. But still, the wrath of both the critics and the audience cannot be escaped to this movie because it is the most corporatized Disney movie ever. It truly lacks soul. Where in the past, Disney would be like, oh yeah, this character is quirky and all that because we've sold that before, it fits in with our comedic style, family friendly and everything. But we're still going to respect the context, respect the time period, respect, the general feel of the movie and not have these things tonally clash and just, make a great story. Now they were just like, forget all that, just write the most safe, comedy spewing, socially awkward Disney princess ever. This might be the biggest movie of all time. Disney essentially has become a company that just does put out product and then put out next product. But we can also see that they are seeing a bit of the problem. It is completely fair and understandable that Disney wants to make as much money as possible. But like I said, they are noticing this, and Bob Iger has apparently put out a statement that essentially addresses the will it get better. He's apparently saying that Bob Iger is the CEO of Disney, by the way. He's apparently saying that the company will, going forward, focus on quality and not quantity. Now, I hope that this is true. I hope it works out because we have nothing to gain as fans for Disney and the entire company just go bankrupt. Hundreds of thousands of people lose their jobs. But really, we'd rather the company that we trust and the company that we've trusted all this time and the brand that we trusted all this time to just keep chugging along and keep creating high quality stories. It might lead to a bit of problems with monopolization and all that, but hey, we have government to solve all those problems. If you learned something about the adorkable Disney trend and you'd like to comment on it as well, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like, did you notice this? Is this something that, because I personally, like I said, from Frozen and then going along, it definitely got easier and easier to tell, and it really did become a bit of an issue. But Wish is definitely the straw that broke the camel's back. So it's been a nice talk, guys. If you like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.